Well, let's turn our attention to Senator Tony Nwoye, the man who moved on the floor of the Senate and sent the Senate into a closed-door session. Senator Tony Nwoye, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, my brother Sheung.
What came up? What came in your mind? Because one would think that the Supreme Court judgment suffices, and states do not need any advisory to be able to implement, and the local government will need naturally just fall in line. But you were very moved and emotional about the state of affairs. What exactly came to your mind?
What came to my mind was that I remember the pre-1999 era when the local government system was very functional, when there were meaningful developments at the local government, when the poverty level was at the lowest ebb, when some local government, even up to 2003, when some council chairmen were able to do small roads, small drainage, small rural roads and co. And I know that those things have vanished. The local government system is going to extinction, has been shook up. They are not existing. Some governors are guilty, some are not guilty of at charge as concerns this thing. So when the president of this country, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, who belongs to another party, different from where I belong, when through his Attorney General, they came and instituted this action, we were like, let us watch and know whether this will solve this problem. And on July 11th, 2024, Supreme Court's full panel, seven panel, full panel, Justice Abiru, Justice Sameya, Justice Chioma Nwosu, Justice Garba Lawal, Justice Moore Adumen, Justice Emmanuel Agim, and maybe one other justice.
Led by Justice Agim, yeah.
Led by Justice Agim, they delivered a landmark judgment. And the judgment went all the way to say, don't tamper with this money again. This judgment envisaged the so-called Section 162, subsection 6. Some of the state governments are relied upon to create what they called JAC, just like my own state. I don't want to personalize to Anambra State. Joint local government consolidated account, joint local government account, joint security trust account. These Supreme Court justices saw tomorrow in their judgment, and they gave express order, Sheun. Change from page 28, page 29, page 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 of the Supreme Court judgment. The late judgment by Justice Agim, even page 54 and page 55, where they say no state assembly should pass any law to interfere with this sharing.
In fact, in that part of the ratio of that judgment says, and the court did rule, that Section 162, subsection 3 of the Constitution, that there is no assumption of the law that the law did not intend a joint ownership of the amount standing to the credit of the Federation account to each of the 3 tiers of government.
Yes.
Although some state government and some governors will tell you that there isn't anything as 3 tiers of government. It's only 2 tiers. The federal and the state. And the state should have the independence to be able to control what belongs to the state, which are local government. And in fact, the federal government should not be have the premise to be able to, appropriate how many local government in each state. But it does look at that Supreme Court judgment and said, no, 3 tiers.
3 tiers. They said the Supreme Court justices saw tomorrow. They know that what they have been doing is that we are going to continue with it. And they say there are 3 tiers. And that Constitution never envisaged joint ownership.
But there is a problem here, Senator, don't you think? That our federalism envisaged a 2-tier. The federal and the constituent unit. The state government and the federal. That is what a federal, and compared to other federal states.
Is that the reason why a state governor who receives money in the name of state allocation from federation account, who receives money from the ecological fund monthly in the name of disaster, who receives money once in a while from the President Ahmed Bola Tinubu in the name of infrastructure fund, which you don't know which infrastructure is meant for, who received 13% derivation. Now, the money meant for the local people, local government, that state government will keep on using a shock to still siphon this money.
So, you over the years, what you have discovered is that the state are taking away the money and not allow the local government
to function. Go to local governments. They are dead places. She will go to different local governments. They are dead places.
And they are the closest to the Nigerian
people. To the grassroots. That is why there's high level of insecurity. Some governors are not taking the money, while some are taking. That is why there's high level of unemployment. That is why the high level of youth restivity. That is why restiveness. That is why high level of insecurity. Because this local government system is the closest to the grassroots, to the people.
But the federal government has said going forward, and they gave a deadline, that on such a deadline, no monies will go to the local government except if they've done the
election. That was the essence of my motion. For instance, yesterday, the State House of Assembly, Anambra, passed executive bill sent by my governor, creating 3 different accounts in violation, in flagrant violation. Yes. My motion did not mention any state, but I just give an instance. So, if you don't speak out, what they want us to do is to say, go to court. Go to which court? Supreme Court envisage. Check page 33 of that judgment.
Yes. We'll check it. Just give me a moment, Senator. We'll go on a break. But when we come back, there's so much different dimension to all of it. But Senator Tony Nwoye is here with us. There was a powerful motion on the floor today, sent senators to a closed-door session, but they came to a stand. We understand that over 90% of them were in agreement to that motion. Where do we go from here? State government and local government, they have a deadline by the federal government upon which, if you do not do local government elections, you will not get the funding. But how are they handling this? We'll be right back after this break, everyone. Let's go. Senator Tony Nwoye has been speaking with us over the local government autonomy. Now, where do we go from here? You are saying there are flagrant abuses and breach of the Supreme Court judgment. But again, there are those who think, okay, what can the lawmakers do? Because we now understand that some of your colleagues are saying that there should be precise and decisive move to capture the essence of the Supreme Court judgment in the constitutional review process that is ongoing. How concrete would that be?
The constitutional review about local government autonomy is a different matter altogether, not about the issue of financial autonomy. What the senators or House of Rep members are proposing in the review process that is ongoing is on the issue of, for instance, on the issue of federal INEC conducting a local government election, and not on the issue of that particular provision.
The finances.
Yes, finances. It's very clear.
The control of their monies.
Yes, it's very clear. Remember that the 36 state governors, through their lawyers and through the attorney generals, were defendants in the suit. They filed the argument to defend the suit, because they were the ones that were sued by the Attorney General of Federation. And the Supreme Court, check page 32, 33 of that judgment, where the Supreme Court said expressly that there was never, or the House of Assembly should never make any law. No House of Assembly should make a law to interfere with that, how that money should be managed or disbursed. And also, page 28 of that judgment says, I mean the lead judgment by Justice Agim, that the Constitution never envisaged joint ownership. You even mentioned it here. And he did not stop at that. He went to interpret that section 162, subsection 6. They are using the State Assembly to rely to create law to violate Supreme Court judgment. The Supreme Court said, Justice Agim said no.
On that page 32 that you referenced,
yes.
The Supreme Court, the Honorable Justice decided that the state's retention and use of local government council money received on their behalf for their benefit does not fit into the tenor and scheme of the provisions of Section 162 of the 1999 Constitution that requires subsection 6 and 7 and 8 that all money belonging to and due to the local government councils from the Federation account be distributed to the local government councils in the state. No law of the House of Assembly or state can validly interfere or deal in any manner with money distributed to the local government council from the Federation account. So the state House of Assembly or the state cannot make law on the funding of the local government.
But they are already making.
As the example that you gave.
Just my state yesterday just signed it. The governor will sign it into any time from now. It was executive sent. They already make it. So I don't want to be personal about Anambra State. They already make it. And you see, just like I said, these are the learned justice of Supreme Court. They know that that is what they are going to do. They said in their judgment that this practice has been on for the past 20 decades. That the intention of that joint account, state and local government joint account, was after 1999 era. That it was cumbersome, and in terms of logistics, it was huge for the state local government to come to Abuja, so and local government to come to Abuja to collect their check vis-a-vis their allocation.
That's why that pot was created.
That was why the pot was created. Justice Agim said it. Justice Agim said it very clear. He said that was the error. He said now, 1999, they now decided, or the framers of control now decided that the best thing is that let that be a joint account where this money will come and will be disbursed to state. I now went further to say the state governors, through the House of Assembly, through the names they call the joint account, now stifles this money and now using it as their private personal something. Say no, it is not meant to be. That's why he now gave an order in page 54. Relief 9 and Relief 12, page 55. Justice Agim gave that order, stopping them from interfering. Let me read for you, Chiu. They say using any name at all.
Yeah, it said 54.
Yes.
The eighth relief says,
yes,
a declaration that any of the elected or other officials of the 36 states of Nigeria who, through the instrumentality of either a state law or an administrative directive or order, dissolves or causes the dissolution of any of the democratically elected local government councils or /its state, has gravely breached the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended. Hence, by that token, has committed a gross misconduct. It went further to say a declaration that by the virtue of Section 162, subsection 3 and 5 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999, the amount standing to the credit of local government councils in the Federation account shall be distributed to them and be paid directly to them.
Children 10, 11, and 12.
It says a declaration that a state, either by itself or its governor or other agencies, has no
governor or other agencies,
has no power to keep, control, or manage or disburse in any manner allocations from the federal account or to the local government councils. Went further to say a declaration that the current practice of state keeping, controlling, managing, and disbursing local government allocations from federal accounts is unconstitutional and illegal. A declaration that a local government council is entitled to a direct payment from the federation account of the amount standing to its credit in the said federation account. An order of injunction restraining the defendants, which are the 36 states and the attorney generals, by themselves, their previous agents, officials, or however called, from further collecting, receiving, spending, or tampering with local government council funds from the federation account for the benefit of local government councils.
An order, further on, if you read, an order that the federation or federal government of Nigeria, through its relevant official forthwith, commence the direct payment to each local government of the amount standing to the credit each of them the federation account. What I'm saying, Seun, is that they now created, or they are creating, agents, using the agencies, using any name they call it, now to subvert, to violate these threat Supreme Court decisions. And these Supreme Court justices knew that this is what they're going to do.
But it's easily, I mean, the Relief 12 here is easy for those who are aggrieved to go back to the Supreme Court.
They don't need to get to court.
No, because if there are breaches, because there is an injunction to say you cannot, collect or receive or spend or tamper with the local government council funds. If such is happening,
I don't think
you can go to court for...
You don't need the Supreme Court. Are you telling me, Seun, that I'm not a lawyer, I'm a medical doctor by training, but remember my twin brother is a lawyer. Are you saying that Supreme Court has given a judgment to say Seun is a local government chairman? Don't use any name. Say governor, don't use any name.
But if they are doing it, Senator...
If they are doing it, the security agencies, we have Attorney General of Federation, we have the agencies of federal government. This money belongs to the federal government. We have ICPC, we have NFIU, we have EFCC. There should be, through the Office of Attorney General, ensure that judgment of Supreme Court is enforced.
Obeyed.
Yes, because the money comes from federal account, federal account. The IGR from the state, from local government, let them manage what they want, the state government or the House of Assembly want, let them do. But this money that comes from federal government, which Supreme Court has given judgment direct, the best thing, we are calling on Attorney General of Federation. We are calling on all the relevant security agencies, that NFIU, ICPC, and the EFCC, to ensure that judgment of Supreme Court is obeyed. Remember that the day we screened the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekereekun, that she said, when we were asking her questions, that she should, one of her cardinal policies to ensure that there's a enforcement of judgment of Supreme Court, of courts. She didn't say Supreme Court, judgment of courts. Now, the highest court of the land has given a judgment, and they visage that this is what the people are going to do. And now, when some of them are saying, few of this governor want go to court. Go to court. Any council chairman who releases his or her money to any state government apparatus in the name of joint account and everything is answerable to EFCC, because those council chairmen, they don't have immunity. They have councillors. Councillors should be the one. But
what about the breaches caused by the state assembly and the governors and the state government?
The breaches they are causing, the money is not going to them direct. Let me give you that, for instance. In my own state, the new law they have passed, he said once they receive the money within 2 days, they should pay it into a joint account within 2 days. So who receives the money? The local government chairman, for instance, who receives the money, who knows that there's Supreme Court judgment. That is the essence of our motion. He knows that there's Supreme Court judgment already. I know that Supreme Court has said, you, House of Assembly, don't do any law, don't use any agency to circumvent this judgment, to touch this money. So if a local government chairman carries or takes his or her money to go and give to agency of state government, that person is answerable to the relevant agencies. I remember, let me tell you, these councillors, these council chairmen, we are appointed by them, either by election or whatever. Let us even call it by election or by selection. All will know that they have been elected, in quotes. So why wouldn't they trust them with this money? They don't have immunity,
Senator, thank you so much indeed. Senator Tony Nwoye, representing Anambra State in the Senate. Thank you so much indeed for the time tonight. I appreciate your advocacy on this.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's our show for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Kimaloye. God bless Nigeria.